Here's what you need to know to start sending emails to your subscribers, or what we call broadcasts here in Kit. Here we are on the Kit dashboard, and from here, just go to Send Broadcasts. On this page, if you've sent broadcasts in the past, you'll see a history of them as well as stats. But let's get into creating a broadcast. Here's one that I've sent out, and you can see exactly what the email looked like. And you can also see how it performs over on the right side. Let's take a look real quick at how to create one of these broadcasts from scratch. Go back to the broadcast page and click on New Broadcasts. From here, you can choose the template for this broadcast. On the right side, you'll see this option to browse templates. And I could choose from any of these templates. You can create as many templates as you want. I'm gonna select this, and this starts my first broadcast. Obviously, I have some placeholder text here, but we can at least see what that looks like in the editor. And just like with the landing pages and forms editor, you can click wherever you want to make changes. Even here on the links, you can click, and up at the top right, change what a link is. One of the great things with links in Kit is that you can change the links to add a tag when somebody clicks. So let's take this link for example, and let's say that we'd like to add a tag to this. We can choose from any of the tags that are here. Let's just say that they are an advanced subscriber if they click this tag. So this is a way to start getting subscribers into tags like we mentioned earlier. That's a great way to see what your subscribers are interested in and start to be a little bit more contextual with them. In the editor as well, you can click anywhere you want and start typing. Here's an example. And you can also create headings as you see here, buttons, images, etc. throughout the email. If I go down on a new line, you see that we can also type a slash and start choosing something that we want. For example, let's say that we want an image. I start typing image, it's right here. From here, you can choose to upload a new image to the media gallery, and you can also explore any of your most recently uploaded images down here at the bottom. If you're looking for a specific image, start typing in the file name of that image, and you'll find it really quickly. If you want to access that even faster in the future, hover over the image and click the heart icon. Now, that'll be in your favorites over here on the left side. You can also look at recently used. This is images you've recently used in emails, and you can also browse a royalty-free stock photography library from Unsplash to find images you may want to add that you don't have to upload yourself at the moment. You can also connect your Instagram account to Kit to quickly find images from Instagram and add them to your emails. For now, I'm going to go to my favorites and add in this image. You can also add personalization to your emails. So let's go up here. We're going to do an introduction. To see the personalization options, go to the top, this @ symbol. So let's choose subscriber personalized greeting. This personalized greeting says hello, subscriber's first name, and there, if there is no first name. You can also change this. So I could say, hey, subscriber first name. If there is no first name, it'll just say, hey there. That's a great way to start personalizing your emails. There are a lot of other personalizations you can do inside of Kit. Another example is to personalize based on tags. So if we go here to the subscriber tag conditional, we could choose a name of a tag. So a specific tag name that we have. And if they have that tag, you could send them a different message. So a lot of personalization can be done here in Kit. There's a lot more advanced personalization that can happen as well. This is just one example. All right, once your broadcast is ready to go, the next step, of course, is to send that broadcast. Down here in the bottom right, I'm going to click continue, and it's going to warn me that I still have the subject line new broadcast, which is the default for creating a new broadcast. For this example, I'm just going to continue to share. And here under publish broadcast, there's a couple of options. You can send an email by itself, or you can also publish to web, or you could do both. Let's look at both, and I'll start with email first. At the top, you'll see the from address. If you have multiple from addresses, you'll see those in this dropdown, and you can select the one you want to use to send this specific broadcast. Below here, you'll see the audience. By default, I have this set to all subscribers, so I'm sending to all the subscribers in this list, but I could remove that and say I only want to send to subscribers within a certain segment, for example. This is where the power of segments and tags really come in handy. So let's say I want to send to open for broadcast. Now, I'm only sending to those who are within the open for broadcast segment. I can choose to send it now, or I can even schedule it for later. So I could schedule it for tomorrow. And under advanced options, there's a couple of handy things here, including preview text and including an internal note. By the way, internal notes are searchable within the broadcasts area. So it's really handy to include some personal notes in your broadcasts. Next, let's look at publish to web. If you check that box, you'll be able to add a thumbnail for this. It will show up on the creator profile. We'll look at creator profile in a little bit, but think of it as your public newsletter, the way people can go and read these broadcasts aside from just being on your list. You can also only display for paying subscribers, and you can set this as a featured broadcast on your creator profile. There's also a few advanced options for these, including the link you'd like to have and any meta description you'd like to include. And this will be sent out as a broadcast, and in this case, also published to your creator profile. And you can learn how to set up your creator profile in this video here, which is our full deep dive kit tutorial. The tutorial you just watched is actually part of that full tutorial, so when you head over there, use the timestamps in the description to find the section on creator profile. I'll see you over there.